Okay. So just real quick, right? If it's used at a dealership, no trade-in, nothing. You just get that. Question 2, I highlighted the fact that, follow along, okay, on page 10, that your purchase price is what goes in here because it's bigger or greater than your book value. Okay, so your book value never ever shows up in this calculation whatsoever, so watch out for that. And one more thing, folks. Listen, look up here on the screen. This here is actually taxing you on your car, but it varies based on the book versus market value, okay? So I'll give you an example. My best buddy bought a Nissan Titan 2016 this last summer, okay? Paid 30 grand for it. It had 250,000 kilometers, lots of kilometers. I wouldn't be comfortable buying it, but he's good with, he's mechanically inclined, he'll fix everything, right? He goes to AutoPack, he wants to insure it, and AutoPack says our book value is 40,000. And he's like, wait a minute, I only paid 30, why 40? And they said, well, all we care about is the year, make, and model. That's it. We don't look at miles, we don't look at any of that. Which is, if you know anything about cars, miles is the #1 indicator of price. #1. Like, it doesn't matter year. It could be a pretty old car. If the miles are low, lower price, right? So can you imagine? He technically only paid 30 grand for the car, but they tax him on the 40 grand. So you have to pay 2,800 as opposed to, he only paid 30, right? As opposed to 2,100. So $700 more. He was surprised by it because he didn't know what the book value was. So he goes in and he had to pay more, right? So the book value and the market value, they're always different, okay? So keep that in mind. This is what you should get there. And by now, you're probably pretty good already at using the formula. I saw some of you not using a study sheet. I think it's gonna, later on, you're gonna have a tough time, but you will decide that, right? So for parts and labor, it says before tax, watch out for that. So really just come up with a subtotal, right? Subtotal on the receipt, and then calculate the total cost of the vehicle after tax. So this is vehicle and taxes. So it's a used private sale. So you just plug everything in. There's no lien search. And then you come up with that. There was a question, somebody asked me, what if there's a trade-in on a private sale? You will never see that type of question with me, okay? So you don't have to worry about that. It's only when there's a dealership, then there will be a trade-in scenario. Question, do you remember if I were to, because I can't do every single scenario every time. What if this question had said how many taxes, what did you pay in taxes only? Do you remember what happens? You take these 3 brackets, right? And you turn these 2 into zeros here, right? And then you run that through and see what you get for taxes. I hope you remember that. Page 11. I will work through question 5. That one I will do with you. Page 11. Another private sale. Here it is again, right? The purchase price. And then in here, it's the greater of the two. The book value happens to be less than the actual purchase price. So this shows up twice, right? Don't be surprised by that. And then it's 65 times 1.05. I did the parts and labor on the side here. So it's 314 times 1.12 plus the lien. You get that as your final answer. And then B, how much would it cost at a dealership? And we're assuming we're not going to pay for all the other ones because most of the time safety is already done. Repairs, anything that needs to be done, the dealership takes care of that. And the lien search, a dealership, you would think they would have done the search anyways, right? Before they have it in their lot, because they don't want to get in trouble, right? They don't want to lose money by somebody coming and getting the car from them. So they will have done that already. So this is a more realistic scenario. So you have that times 1.12, and you get that, which is still more than what you would have paid if you did all of the repairs yourselves and all of that as well. Okay, so we will do 5 together. And then we'll write down a few things here. So you buy, there's a car being bought here. I will have my highlighter ready to go. Right, 14,500. There's a diagnostic for 65. Safety is 60. Lien search is 22. In order to pass safety, Linda needs to replace 4 brake pads at 55 each. And if you buy it privately and the book value is 15 grand, calculate the total cost after tax. So because there's parts and labor mentioned, I will do that on the side here. So I'm looking for the brake pads, which is 4 times 55. That is 220. And I also have that diagnostic test. Some folks don't know where to put that. I would put that under parts and labor. So it's 285. That is my parts and labor done on the side. So private sale, use private, calls for purchase price, which is 14,500 plus 15,000 times 0.07 plus 60 times 1.05 plus parts and labor, which is 285 times 1.12. Is there a lien search? Yeah, lien search for $22. So we add that at the end. So we have 14,500 plus 1,050 plus 63 plus these two here would be 319.20 plus 22, a total of 15,954.20. Watch the zero, right? Your calculator would have given you 0.2. You need to add the zero here. You need to for sure have 2 decimals. In this case, after tax. Do not, I say, do not multiply by 1.12, right? That's a very common mistake, especially when we come to the test. We kind of will forget about this a little bit. And then it's at the test time, it's like times 1.12. It's like if you do all this, it's already after tax. Okay. Okay. B, if the car was bought at a dealer and they offer 6,200 for your trade-in, no repairs, safety, or lien is needed, what would it be? I should have said calculate the total cost. That's missing here, my bad. So use private. You take the price of the car, which is 14,500, right from up here. You take away the trade-in, and you just multiply it by 1.12. So I will warn you here, if you don't have a calculator with brackets, you need to do this first. If you just go ahead and type this in all in one shot, you will get the wrong answer. I'll show you. If you do that, that's not the right answer. Okay. You first need to subtract, which is 8,300. Multiply that by 1.12. And that is 9,296 after tax. Write that down. I'll leave it up here for a bit, and then we'll do 6, sorry, question 6. Yes, go ahead. I just did a check here. Okay. Question 6, and then we'll skip 7 to 9 for now. Okay, we'll write some stuff down. Annette has a choice of 2 cars. Car 1, private sale. Obviously, it's used, right? Diagnostic check for 35. Lien for 18. You have to buy 2 tires. Safety check, right? The safety is 40 bucks. The book value is $5,000. Or car 2, a used car at a dealership, right? So which is the better buy? How much would she save by buying it? So car 1, this is a used private. So we're going to go 44.65 plus 5,000, which is the book value, is greater. We're having only one item under the parts and labor category. Oh, sorry, I'll do safety first. Safety first, right? 40 times 1.05 plus, doesn't really matter. Oh no, wait. I changed this question. Yeah, 2 new tires. So I'll do parts and labor on the side. 2 times 145. That is 290. And then I will add the diagnostic. So that would be 325. So I'll do this on the side there. So it's 325 times 1.12 plus, is there lien? Yeah, 18 bucks. So let's clean this up a bit. 7 times 5, 35, right? So it's 350. That is 42. That I need help with. 364 plus 18. And this is 5,239. Exactly, right? We're not gonna, I'm just gonna underline but not circle it because the question is asking which is better and by how much, right? Car 2, used at a dealer, that's 4,900 times 1.12. 54.88. Okay, we're good still? We're awake for a Friday? Okay. So we know that this is better. So the difference, 54.88 minus 52.39, that's 249 bucks. So we say that car one is better by 249 bucks. Not much, but so this one has a little bit more to it than just figure out the total cost, right? All right. 7 to 9 we'll skip for a bit because I want to fill in that page on 13. I'll give you some points there that you need to know in order to answer the questions like question 3 on the AC today. You need to make reference to those. So I will give you some. Okay, so go to 13, please. And there, fill in the following. Okay. And then I will also show you where you can do a lien search if time allows, okay? If you need to check yourself, so you're buying privately. Okay, advantages. It's safer. And why is that? Because a new vehicle has the latest safety features. Right? They have lane departure warning, they have all sensors all around you, right? If you back up, they have backup cameras, right? Like the new cars, it's just unbelievable what they all have, right? And so they have the latest, they have like 15 airbags, right? Instead of just 2, right? So safer. You can customization. Uh, by that I mean you can actually pick what you want: leather seats, heated seats, infotainment screen. Um, it just varies, right? Sports package. So we'll just leave it at that. You can basically go, right? I don't know why I'm getting these ads like Alfa Romeo. Like I don't buy Alfa Romeos, but anyways, I was getting those ads. You can just go online and just pick from a catalog and just click and buy it, right? Like they make it sound so easy, but you can customize it the way you want it. They are more fuel efficient, right? They meet higher standards these days, right? There's lower maintenance costs. Write these down because you will forget. I can guarantee you that. Lower maintenance. You can't just say, why should you buy a used car? Because it's cheaper. You can't say that. Like it's not going to be good enough. You have to be specific. Okay. So lower maintenance costs. You have a warranty, right? If you buy brand new, you won't have to worry about brakes. You won't have to worry about shocks. You won't have to worry about wiper blades. Like all of that will be good for a long time, right? So that's why we say that. So you have to be able to explain why. I'm just giving you some pointers here. Disadvantages. There's a higher depreciation cost. And that is compared to a used car. Yes, all cars lose value, but a new vehicle is much higher than any other vehicle. Cost more to insure, costs more to insure because they cost more to replace, right? You pay transportation. I won't put this one. I was gonna say you always pay 12%, but I'll just leave that. Okay. So that is your list to draw from. If I ever ask, mention these, right? Why should someone buy a new car? Oh, well, they're most likely more fuel efficient. Hold it, don't pack yet. We'll do used a couple, that'll be it. Okay. I'll add more later. Today I want to make sure you have so I can AC you on Tuesday. Okay, anyways, lower depreciation cost. For used advantage, lower depreciation cost. It's cheaper to insure, and that is obviously compared to a new car. Lower taxes, but you have to say if purchased privately. Lower taxes if purchased privately, PST only. Disadvantage, potential higher maintenance costs. Not as safe. Not as fuel efficient. And you can use your own words as long as it kind of resonates these points. And there's potential hidden damage. You never know, right?